We're back in the ring. We're actually going to open up just a basic figure pack from WWE Mattel. Championship Showdown with the Giant and Ric Flair from WCW time period, just because it's the time period that I kind of collect. Usually just kind of elite figures I get. So we'll just kind of talk about this 2-pack and the wrestlers and the figures and why I got it. So this comes with the stands, but they're side plates for a WWE title toy, but that's a modern title, so it's kind of weird that you would have, you know, the Giant or something as a side plate. Plus they have the pegs to stand in, so I kind of get trying to do a double feature there, but a little strange, but pretty cool stands. Let's take a look at those. Kind of WWE logoed on the back, but just it's a sticker app on the plastic for the wrestler's name, the Giant here, and then of course has a foot peg for him. Neat. The Ric Flair one is a lot nicer just because he has more going on, and probably would make a little more sense, I guess, if you wanted to have a Ric Flair plate in even your modern WB title. But these are WCW themed figures, so I think the theme of the wave here was Monsters of the Ring. They had Kane and The Fiend for the monsters in the other packs, and here we have the Giant. Weird choice, but I like it because it fits my collection. So lucky me. These are just basic figures. The legs aren't going to have the range of motion here, and then of course the torso is just a solid piece. But for display, they're not too bad. Here we got a little green mishap on the back of the leg here. A very WCW attire here, so this will be a great Ric Flair for my WCW collection. A Ric Flair attire specifically to this match with the Giant on Nitro in 1996, when he was a world champion, Ric Flair was. It's a pretty good likeness for just a basic figure. And then the hair is kind of worn down like he's been in the match for a while. Knee pads really stiffen the leg, you can't really bend them, but again, what can you really do with it other than stand him up? But it'll be nice to have like a Ric Flair for my WCW lineup there. The only problem is most of my collection for this time period of WCW and WWF is based off of the Nintendo 64 games, and Ric Flair didn't get to be in very many of them, but he was in WCW World Tour, I believe, and that was actually the first game I played, first wrestling game I played, and before I started watching wrestling, I played that game, and that's what kind of got me interested in watching the show, was playing that World Tour game. So he just kind of barely fits into my time period and lineup that I collect. And we have the Giant, which again is just a basic, so he can only kind of forward and back with the legs, but the arms do all the motion, and then the torso is just one piece, but it does swivel, so basic figures aren't actually that bad. He kind of has like a mark on his chest. I don't know if that's just kind of this pack kind of has a couple little deals with it wrong, but not bad. But here's the deal: the face here is really great. Has the facial printing. He looks super awesome. Probably more so than Flair even, because I already have the Elite Giant from an earlier Elite line. Elite number, insert here, whatever it is, I don't remember number. But this is before the facial printing, as you can likely tell. So what we'll probably do is a little swap, because look at this. This is like cartoon, and then this is like hyper realistic. So, but then this is the basic figure with the really good face, and here's the Elite. So we'll probably do a little swap for my collection, even though this kind of cartoony fits with my kind of video game based collection a little more. But since you're basically just going for the realistic look, might as well get the bigger face, and I got the extra Ric Flair. And we'll just have kind of an extra Giant figure anyway. Of course, this one has the like chest hair kind of detail, and then here's where you're getting the full articulation of the legs. But when you do that, you know, you get all these seams and stuff for the extra articulation. Kind of a cleaner figure with the basic. So really for display, basic figures are pretty good. It's just that usually Elite comes with more accessories and things that you would want, like cloth, championship belts and things. A little bit of hot water later. Here's the basic 2-pack figure with that older Elite head. A little more fitting appearance for him with the basic body. And here is our Elite the Giant with the 2-pack head that makes him look like a very new release. Pretty awesome. Grab you an old Elite world title belt there. We got WCW champion, The Giant. You know, they've never really released the WCW world title. There's still a little WWE logo at the top here. So they could still release an actual WCW belt. There's actually a lot of WCW belts they need to release still. I'd really want like the tag titles from the time period I kind of collect. The Giant won the tag titles with probably a couple partners actually. The TV title, Cruiserweight title, and really its own version of the world title would be nice. The stands. You can see Ric Flair on his. Kind of have to turn them so the name isn't forward. It's just kind of sideways on there, but I mean, it's just a stand, so whatevs. Roar, so pretty awesome 2-pack. Convenient that it was kind of in my wheelhouse in my time period, and wrestlers, just kind of an older wrestler legend style thrown into that 2-pack instead of just all modern wrestlers. I was able to cash in and get Ric Flair and the Giant. So now I gotta go play WCW World Tour and have a little Ric Flair versus Giant match here for fun. So get subscribed for more wrestling action figure reviews and looks. And I open up all my other collectible stuff here too. Either way, I'll see you in my next video.